Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Last meeting I brought up the question in regards to pagers. You said you'd get back with me. I hadn't heard anything.
Okay, and your suggestion is that Kansas was intentionally bypassed or left out of that decision back in 1996. Is my correct?
I don't know if it was intentional or not.
Well, I mean, is that what you told me, or is that not?
The record reflects that Kansas was not involved in that purchase and was never offered a reimbursement option as Chrisman was.
Okay. Well, I looked into it. I have the same minutes that you do from 1996. That decision that was made. We have spoken to the gentleman that at our board at that time that headed up that project for us. He met with every emergency service in this county personally to explain the program and what we were offering. Second thing is that there was a member of the Kansas Emergency Services who served on the board at that time. And when that decision was made in November of 1996, this board at that time had decided to move meetings around throughout the county. That night was in Kansas, Illinois, at the Kansas Town Hall. So I have the same information you do, but to suggest that with a member of Kansas Emergency Services, the meeting finalized, the final decision being made at Kansas at one of these board meetings, the suggestion is not accurate at all. Everyone had the same opportunity, and I have the same information that you do, and that's all I have for it.
Well, the record doesn't reflect that.
The record reflects the minutes of that meeting. That's it.
The record does not reflect anywhere that we were offered an opportunity for reimbursement. If you have that record, I would love to have a copy because nowhere does it state that.
Well, it doesn't state it about anybody else either in particular.
Actually, it does, and
okay,
that was the agreements.
Is
the agreements that were recorded. There was an agreement for every emergency agency in this county except Kansas.
Right, and this board did pay for the upgrades to your pagers in
Correct.
1996. What your decision was or discussion was in Kansas, I have no idea why that paper was not returned to us. I do not know. That's you have to talk to somebody from Kansas.
We've talked with everyone, and no one knows anything about an offer of reimbursement. You had told us that there was an offer for reimbursement. Who did you give that offer to?
I did not say there was an offer for reimbursement.
Yes, sir, you did.
Well, irregardless, the minutes reflect exactly what was talked about that evening, and that's all I have on it.
So the board's not going to do anything in that regard. Has everybody read those records?
That board is in 1996.
I'm asking this board if they've read those records.
I'm a member of this board.
No, I haven't.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I wasn't even on.
No.
Right.
Whether you were on then is irrelevant. The record is the record. I'm asking if this board has read that record that reflects nothing mentioned about reimbursement for Kansas Fire Department.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Anything.
Most of them probably have not. I know I have. Cindy was here.
So we have a decision being made with the majority of the board not making any record.
There's no decision being made here tonight. The decision was made in 1996 by that board. This board is not going to go back and recant or change that decision. Whatever.
So the decision is to not go back and correct it, correct?
You have the minutes from 1996, and so do we. That decision was made by that board at that time.
Correct.
And
And there was a gross